Our story begins at a humble blacksmith shop in Ninjago. Here we meet Kai, a young man clad in red, fiercely loyal to his family, and unknowingly destined for greatness. For years, Kai and his younger sister Nia toiled as blacksmiths in their father's shop, for weapons, until fate came knocking. Master Wu arrived, revealing a world beyond the forge, a world of ninjas, elemental powers, and looming threats. With Wu's guidance, Kai learned the ancient art of spinjitzu and joined forces with other ninja, Cole, Jay, Zane, and eventually Lloyd, to defend Ninjago. Kai, the red ninja of fire, as depicted in official LEGO artwork. Clad in red and armed with the sword of fire, he stands ready to defend Ninjago. From the very start, Kai's fiery spirit set him apart. He was the first ninja ever introduced to fans, the first to tame his own fire dragon as a trusty mount, and even the first of his team to master the sky-high technique of air jitsu. In those early adventures, he fought skeleton warriors to rescue Nia and claimed the legendary Sword of Fire as his weapon. But Kai's ultimate test came with a lesson in humility. He initially believed he was destined to become the prophesied Green Ninja and savior of Ninjago. When that destiny instead fell to young Lloyd, Kai's pride was challenged. In a decisive moment, Kai chose to protect Lloyd's life over pursuing power for himself, unlocking his true potential as the Ninja of Fire by proving his selflessness. In that instant, Kai's inner fire blazed brighter than ever, showing that his heroism was rooted in loyalty and sacrifice. Kai's journey was far from easy. As the ninja's adventures continued, he faced one trial by fire after another, each forging him into a stronger hero. When the Serpentine, an ancient race of snakes, rose up to threaten Ninjago, Kai battled them alongside his teammates. He learned to work with a team and even took on a bit of a leadership role in those early days. In fact, Kai often acted as a leader before Lloyd matured into his role, guiding the team with his natural confidence and bravery. By the time the Stone Army and the Dark Overlord emerged, Kai's courage never wavered. He fought bravely in the final battle of the Stone Army conflict, standing by Lloyd in the fight to save Ninjago City during the Overlord's onslaught. These early victories solidified Kai's reputation as a fearless warrior who would charge headlong into danger for the sake of others. But the true heat of battle came in the years that followed. After the Nindroid Zane's sacrifice to defeat the Overlord, the ninja team disbanded briefly, only to reunite when Zane's fate was discovered on Master Chen's island. On that island, Kai encountered Skylore, a skilled fighter and master of Amber with the ability to absorb elemental powers. Kai was immediately drawn to her strength and resolve. This was a new kind of challenge for the fiery ninja, Matters of the Heart. Competing in Chen's Tournament of Elements, Kai developed a crush on Skylore. Despite temptations and Chen's deceptions, Kai stayed true to his friends. In a climactic moment, he even helped Skylore turn against her evil father, Chen. Kai allied with the other elemental masters to defeat Chen's cult of Anacondre worshippers, ending the tournament in victory. This trial taught Kai about trust and unity, that even outside his usual team, he could inspire others to do what's right. No sooner had one threat been vanquished than another arose. The ghostly Moro, Master Wu's fallen pupil, possessed Lloyd, unleashing a legion of cursed ghosts upon Ninjago. Kai and his fellow ninja battled the ethereal army in a desperate race to save Lloyd's soul. Ever the protective big brother figure, Kai fought through haunted locales and helped Nia unlock her own potential as the water ninja during this haunting saga. In the end, the cursed realm was destroyed, freeing Lloyd and ending Moro's menace. Through this, Kai learned to confront fears beyond the physical, the loss of control, the danger of losing a sibling to darkness, and it steeled his resolve further. Kai's mettle was tested yet again when a diabolical djinn named Nadakon struck next. Nadakon and his sky pirates ambushed the heroes, and Kai was the first ninja captured, trapped inside the magical Sword of Souls. For a hero so used to taking action, being imprisoned was a new kind of trial. Thanks to Jay's wit and a final wish, those events were undone, but the lesson remained. Kai emerged with even greater determination, knowing how close evil had come to tearing the team apart. On the Day of the Departed, when departed enemies rose as phantoms, Kai and Nia teamed up to defeat the vengeful ghost of Chen, putting his menace to rest once more. It was a satisfying payback for Kai. The villain, who had once manipulated him and hurt Skylore, was finally defeated by Kai's own hand. One of the most emotional chapters in Kai's story involves a family secret that was hidden from him for years. When the Time Twins, Crux and Acronix, returned to threaten Ninjago, they came with revelations about Kai's parents. Crux tried to shake Kai by claiming that Kai's father and mother, Ray and Maya, had betrayed their allies in the past. Confused and hurt, Kai faced a moment of doubt, but he soon discovered the truth. His parents were not traitors at all, but heroes who had been captured while resisting the Time Twins' tyranny. In the Hands of Time saga, Kai and Nia were finally reunited with their parents, and together they confronted the Time Twins to save the future. In a dramatic battle through time, Kai and Nia combined their fire and water powers, even creating a powerful fusion dragon, to stop the villains from rewriting history. They succeeded. The Time Twins were defeated, and the future capture secured, though it cost Master Wu, who was lost in a time vortex during the fight. This victory was bittersweet but deeply meaningful for Kai. Not only did he save Ninjago once again, he also restored his family. The blacksmith's son learned that his bloodline itself was heroic. Rei had been the previous elemental master of fire, and Maya the master of water, a legacy Kai and Nia proudly carry on. This chapter of Kai's life also highlighted an often untold aspect of his background. Kai and Nia's childhood in a small village was defined by hardship and perseverance. After their parents vanished, an elderly woman named Mrs. Grummiller was hired to watch over them, a strict babysitter the siblings jokingly nicknamed Madam Revenge for her habit of enforcing early bedtimes. It's a tiny footnote in Kai's history, but a telling one. Even as children, Kai and Nia coped with loss through humor and resilience. Those qualities stayed with Kai into adulthood, shaping him into the determined hero he became. With each battle, Kai's role as the heart of the ninja team grew. He wasn't always the center of prophecies or the one to strike the final blow against every villain, but he was often the spark that kept his team inspired and united. When Princess Harumi's treachery brought about the return of Lord Garmadon, Kai fought on the front lines against the Sons of Garmadon criminal syndicate. He was ultimately marooned in the first realm, the realm of dragons and Oni, alongside the other ninja and a newly young Wu, where they had to survive among dragon hunters. In this hostile land, Kai's leadership instincts kicked in once more. He helped rally his friends to free captive dragons and restore Master Wu's confidence. By defeating the cruel Iron Baron and retrieving the dragon armor with his team, Kai proved instrumental in finding a way back home. Upon returning, Kai and the others faced the final battle with Garmadon, piloting mech suits against the evil Colossus Garmadon had summoned. Victory was hard-won, and peace returned to Ninjago for a time. Even in peace, a ninja's work is never truly done. Soon the primordial darkness of the Oni invaded Ninjago, threatening all creation. In this dire hour, Kai's heritage and skills shone brightly. Drawing on the craft he learned as a blacksmith, Kai reforged Lord Garmadon's damaged golden armor into the fabled golden weapons, the very arms of the first Spinjitzu master. This act was pivotal, providing the tools the ninja needed to fight back. In the climactic clash, Kai joined his friends, Wu, and even Garmadon in performing the tornado of creation to vanquish the Oni, saving Ninjago from oblivion. It was a full-circle moment. The boy who once hammered metal in a village forge now reforged destiny itself, using those skills to protect the entire realm. Of course, not all of Kai's battles were waged with weapons and enemies. Some were fought within himself. A lesser-known struggle for Kai came when a vengeful sorceress, Asphira, was unwittingly released from her ancient tomb. Asphira, a master of forbidden sorcery, stole Kai's elemental power of fire in an act of revenge. For the first time, Kai felt the crushing weight of powerlessness. The ninja of fire, who had always burned bright, suddenly found his flames snuffed out. It was a humbling experience that tested Kai's identity. Who was he without his powers? Kai didn't give up. He continued the fight alongside his team in the icy realm of Neverrealm, protecting villagers from the evil Ice Emperor's forces, even while he was unable to conjure a single spark of fire. In the heat of battle, or rather the cold of battle, Kai's true fire reawakened. His determination reignited his lost element just in time for him to slay the fearsome ice dragon Boreal, shattering the Ice Emperor's grip over the realm. This victory was more than just another villain defeated. It was Kai proving to himself that a hero's strength comes from character, not just elemental powers. By now, Kai had grown into a seasoned hero admired across Ninjago, yet he never lost his trademark flair for personality. Longtime friends and fans know Kai for his hot-headed enthusiasm and occasional impulsiveness, but also for the warmth and humor he brings to the group. Kai once accidentally singed off his own eyebrows with the Sword of Fire, an embarrassing grooming mishap he hastily covered up by drawing his eyebrows back on with a marker. Even the most valiant heroes have their comic moments. Kai's fiery passion made him fearless, but it also meant he had to learn patience and control over the years. His sister Nia often balanced him out with a cooler head, and he in turn always encouraged her to be bold. Kai also became a mentor figure to Lloyd, almost like an older brother, frequently seen ruffling the green ninja's hair affectionately as he advised him. This fraternal bond strengthened both ninjas and echoed a fun bit of lore. In Chinese mythology, red and green are traditionally paired as symbols of balance, much like Kai and Lloyd in the Ninjago saga. Perhaps Kai's greatest test came not from an enemy, but from the potential loss of someone he loved. When the ancient serpent Wojira was awakened, Ninjago was engulfed in a massive flood. In the final battle of that sea-bound adventure, Nia heroically sacrificed herself, merging with the endless sea to stop Wojira and save everyone. For Kai, watching his little sister, his last close family, vanish into the ocean was devastating. The fiery ninja fell into a period of grief and anger. In the year that followed, he struggled with a deep sense of emptiness, even abandoning active hero work to open a small dojo where he distracted himself by training kids. This was an unfamiliar Kai, one whose flame had dimmed to embers, a poignant illustration of his Ninjago's turmoil came when a simple spilled glass of water triggered an outburst of rage from Kai. It was clear that losing Nia had nearly broken him. The element of fire was aching from the absence of water. Yet, true to his character, Kai could not stay down for long. When a miraculous opportunity arose to save Nia, who had gradually reformed into a watery silhouette, Kai seized it. Rules be damned. He and his team even broke their old enemy Asphira out of prison, coercing the sorceress to use her magic to restore Nia to human form. The plan worked. Nia returned, and though the ninja were briefly jailed for their extreme methods, Kai had his sister back. In the chaotic aftermath, the Crystal King, a resurrected overlord in a new guise, launched a final campaign of evil, assembling a council of the ninja's worst foes. Despite having just been fugitives, Kai and his friends rallied every ally from their long history, from elemental masters to former enemies, for one last stand. Kai's fire ignited once more, both figuratively and literally. Donning an upgraded golden suit, he helped power the creation of the Golden Ultra Dragon, a massive fusion of elemental might, which enabled Lloyd to ultimately vanquish the Overlord for good. When the dust settled, Kai stood triumphant with his family and friends at his side, rebuilding the monastery that had been their home. This was the satisfying culmination of Kai's journey. Evil defeated, balance restored, and the bonds that matter most, family and fellowship, stronger than ever. Through every victory and defeat, every loss and reunion, Kai has proven himself as more than just the hot-headed guy in red. He is the enduring heart of the Ninjago saga, the one who rushes in to save a friend, who never backs down from a challenge, and who always finds a way to reignite hope when things seem dark. There are countless tales that even devoted fans might have missed. Did you know Kai once had an extreme fear of water? In an earlier adventure, he was described as thalassophobic, terrified of deep water, an irony not lost on him, given that his own sister is the master of water. Funnily enough, Kai even means ocean in Hawaiian, but by the time Nia faced the ocean in Seabound, Kai showed no sign of hesitation. He had overcome that fear through the very journeys they undertook. It's a testament to how much he's grown. And growth is perhaps Kai's greatest legacy. The boy who once craved glory became a man who values loyalty and love above all. Even beyond the main chapters of the TV show, Kai's legend continues to grow in Ninjago's expanded lore. In a canonical graphic novel adventure set after the Skybound incident, Kai and the team ventured to the Dark Island to stop a new dark threat, illustrating that his heroism extends beyond what we saw on screen. In the Quest for the Lost Powers, a 2023 side story, Kai embarked on a personal journey with Skylore to reignite his weakened powers, ultimately defeating a cult that worshipped an ancient fire serpent and regaining his full fiery strength. And as the Ninjago world entered a new era, with realms merging and new heroes rising, Kai took naturally to a mentorship role. He now guides the next generation, including a headstrong young fire elemental named Wildfire, teaching them the same patience and courage he hard-won over the years. It seems the Master of Fire has come full circle. Once a student, now a teacher, once a lone protector, now a leader inspiring others. The Untold History of Kai is a saga of courage, loyalty, and transformation. From the moment we met him as a feisty blacksmith's son to his evolution into a wise, battle-hardened hero, Kai's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. He has been the spark that ignites the flame in every battle, whether by rallying his friends, standing up for family, or literally forging the tools needed for victory. His presence has consistently tipped the scales in Ninjago's favor, time and again preventing doom at the 11th hour. Without Kai, the history of Ninjago would have unfolded very differently. Longtime fans remember iconic moments: Kai unlocking his true potential in a burning volcano to save Lloyd, his fiery duel with dragons and sorcerers, his tender moments encouraging Lloyd or protecting Nia. And new fans quickly learn that when Kai is around, hope never truly dies. In the end, Kai's greatest power isn't just his command of fire, it's his heart. He embodies the idea that heroism is forged, not given, that mistakes, losses, and even secret fears can shape you into a better person if you never give up. Kai's flame has never gone out, and as he continues to fight for Ninjago and mentor those who will protect it in the future, his legacy only grows brighter. The Untold History of Kai reminds us that behind every legend is a human story, one of a hero who struggled, learned, and loved with all his might. Kai's story, full of untold lore and shining moments, ensures that the fire of Spinjitzu will burn for generations to come, lighting the way for all of Ninjago. And that is a legacy truly worthy of the Fire Ninja.